We're joined now by the head of emergency management for the city of Houston, Rick Flanagan. Mr. Flanagan, thanks for joining us this morning. It sure seems to have been a harrowing night.
Man, let me tell you, we were hammered. Tremendous amount of rain, a lot of street flooding, a lot of power that was out in different communities, and it just made things just a madhouse to navigate around Houston.
What were the biggest challenges last night?
Well, the biggest challenge was trying to apply the resources to the call volume. We had a tremendous amount of calls for help for police and fire. We had roadways that were inundated with high waters, and we could not get the emergency units to the citizens that were requesting help. We've just been busy all night long. We had stalled vehicles on the roadways, blocked roadways. The power lines were out, so the signal lights were not working. People were attempting to reroute. You get into the neighborhood, you're faced with high water. You can't move forward, so it was just a nightmare for many people on the roadway.
And you had all those people stranded at the playoff game as well.
You know, that was basically a good thing. The stadium, or the arena, stayed open. The people stayed there. They stayed there. Really, there's some, I think, that are still there now. That was the best thing, so that they didn't really get into that traffic cycle. We have some of the lower line roadways for our freeways, and they were inundated with water, some of them up to 4 or 5 foot.
What are you looking at this morning?
Well, right now we're trying to make a general assessment of where we stand. I talked to the police and fire. We always have to make an assessment of what they're able to do. Some of the agencies have lost units, or units have to be repaired. Some of the fire stations and some of the facilities that law enforcement own and manage, they've been inundated with water. We have to make sure that we have roadway access to the hospitals.
When's the last time Houston had to deal with something like this?
I do not recall that we've had one in this magnitude in years. I don't think there's anything in the archives that can dictate that we've had anything this magnitude. In some areas, we had up to over 8 inches of rain since 9 o'clock last night. And, you know, when the rain starts to come down and it gets into the waterways and it starts to spill out, you know, the problems just get a lot larger.
Well, good luck with it, Mr. Flanagan. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Okay, have a good day. Be safe.
All right, George, thank you. There are people tweeting that there are still some people inside that arena. It has been a horrible weekend all across Texas. The severe storms leading to countless rescues. Crews are searching right now for that family washed away in a vacation home. And ABC's Matt Gutman is in Dallas with that part of the story. Matt?
Good morning, Robin. To give you a sense of what rescuers are up against this morning, this spillway leads to the Trinity River. Now, normally I'd be able to walk right across the top of it. Obviously not possible today. And over the past couple of days across Texas, that biblical rain making for some apocalyptic scenes.
Fatal flooding across Texas, leaving at least 6 dead and more than a dozen missing. In Texas, the Blanco River rising 26 feet in a single hour, bashing through bridges and homes. It's there that rescue teams are back out this morning searching for Laura McComb and her 2 children.
She called me. She said, I'm in a house. I'm floating down the river. Tell Mom and Dad I love you and pray.
Their house breaking apart as it was swept down the river. Somehow, husband John McComb survived.
He is absolutely devastated. He did everything he possibly could to save them.
Also on the Blanco, this SUV swept away.
Here we go.
You can see the driver inside.
My God, oh my God.
Suddenly, it capsizes, but somehow the driver escapes.
There's the tornado.
And it's not just flooding. At least 15 tornadoes touching down in the region. Just a few miles from the Texas border in Mexico, a twister flipping cars onto houses, pancaking buses. 13 people were killed, including a baby reportedly ripped from its mother's arms. Back near San Antonio, 18-year-old homecoming queen Alyssa Ramirez on her way home from the prom, losing her life when she got caught up in floodwaters Saturday night.
She did the right things, you know, she called 911, she called her father, but it was just too much and too quick.
Experts tell us that if you feel your car is being swept up in a flood or being submerged, do not call 911. Help may not get there in time. What you should do, roll down the window, unbuckle your seatbelt, get out of the car. You're going to have to try to save yourself. George?
Okay, Matt, thanks. Boy, those stories are just heartbreaking, and the storm's not letting up.